Hello, everybody. This is Jamie Murphy, and I just recorded a song called Legends of Appalachia. It's a true story of my 5 uncles who served in World War II. They all made it home alive, thank God. And when I was growing up, I got to know them. They were my maternal grandmother's brothers, and their stories are typical of the greatest generation. You know, they were ordinary men who did extraordinary things, and in my opinion, we can never thank the men and women of the greatest generation enough for what we have. Because of them, we live in freedom here in America and other places around the world. If we had lost that war, things would be a lot different. And my uncles, they all had good lives after the war. 2 of them suffered tragic endings far too soon. 3 of my uncles lived to old age. Uncle Martin, he passed away in a nursing home, and Uncle Woody, he passed away in a VA hospital. And Uncle Dale lived to old age, but he was killed in a car crash. He passed away in a car crash. And Uncle BB, he was still in his 40s. He was killed in a mining accident in '74. He left behind 7 children, and that was a tragic loss for everyone, all of our family, his children, his wife, and for my grandmother and me and all of us. And with my grandparents, my maternal grandparents, I grew up in their home. My mother and my maternal grandparents raised me, and her brothers were always around there every Sunday. You know, Grandma made a big breakfast for everybody, and we all had a good time hanging around each other. And they were great guys, and they deserve to have their stories be told. And Uncle Ted, he was, in my opinion, he was the most heroic of the 5. Yet he was the most tragic of the 5 brothers. He fought in the European theater of the war, and he fought the Nazis. In one particular battle, he and his men were pinned down by Nazi machine gun fire. He charged the machine gunner and killed him, and somehow, I don't know how he did it, but he captured an entire brigade, including the brigadier general. And we know this is true. You know, they had paperwork attesting to that, and he was wounded in the attack, and he received a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star for his actions that day. And he sent home the Luger automatic pistol, the sidearm of the brigadier general. He took it from him and sent it home. And my grandparents had it for years over there, and eventually one of my uncles ended up with it. But anyway, the war ruined his life. He never married the love of his life. Not because she wouldn't have him, because he didn't want to put her through that kind of pain, because he never recovered from the war. The war ruined his life. He, you know, had a severe alcohol problem, and He ended up dying right outside a bar on the streets of Becco in 71. And I remember being at his funeral, hearing the 21 gun salute, seeing the soldiers there, and they folded up his flag and gave it to my grandmother. And unfortunately, during his lifetime, he traveled from house to house and ended up living in an old camper, and it burned down. All his medals burned up with it. And so we don't have those anymore. Well, we still have his uniform. I had it for a while. My Aunt Jackie had it for a while. I even think my cousin Johnny had it for a while. I don't know where it is now. I haven't seen it in a long time. But anyway, this song is called Legends of Appalachia. I hope you enjoy it. Hang on a minute. I was raised among the greatest generation. I was too young to know all they had done. When I got older, I learned of their service. I learned they were heroes, each and every one. They were my uncles who served in World War II. They helped save the world for me and you. They didn't put on airs, they didn't act like heroes, but that's what they were. They were tried and true. They were Legends of Appalachia. They fought the land of the rising sun. They were Legends of Appalachia. A freedom hard fought and a freedom hard won. Three lived long lives, and two died too soon. One in a mining accident, and he was so young. One died on the streets of Becco in 71. It took the war 26 years to get the job done. They were Legends of Appalachia. They fought the land of the rising sun. They were Legends of Appalachia. My Uncle Ted made the Nazis run. They were Legends of Appalachia. I heard the sound of the 21 guns. They were Legends of Appalachia. A freedom hard fought and a freedom hard won. They were Legends of Appalachia.